What's up, y'all? It's your sister, Jessie Woo, and I'm coming up next on the Baller Alert Show only on Revolt. He was TD Jakes in the morning. He was Frank Lucas at night.
Oh, Lord.
He was selling crack at night. He hate the I will bo for Donatron. He hate them people. And I just go down to the African shop, down to the Senegalese people. And I'm never telling nobody where my braid shop is. That's another one. So I don't want to see y'all.
Push up in a Rari with Ferrari and you know BT. Ask your crush, do you like me? Mental health check, talk to me. Somebody got you effed up. Call and get it off your mind. Catch us in the A. Turn us up while you in traffic slime. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Yeah, this the Baller Alert. Yeah, this the Baller Alert. Yeah, this the Baller Alert. Welcome to the greatest show on earth. Yeah, this the Baller Alert. Yeah, this the Baller Alert. Yeah, this the Baller Alert.
Broadcasting live from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the Baller Alert Show. I go by the name Ferrari Simmons.
I go by the name, BT.
Jessie Woo in the building.
Hey! Welcome
Your
back.
sister.
Welcome back.
Sister.
Brought to you by Revolt.
Yep.
One time for Revolt TV. We appreciate
The camera's
you.
on.
The camera's on.
Funny story. We had Jessie do a Baller Alert show, and then we lost the footage.
You know what?
Or the footage. I don't know. Something happened to the footage.
Just, you know what? That happened to another interview that we got. We had some
No.
exclusive.
No. That wasn't the footage. That was the audio.
That's even worse.
Yeah, what's going on?
We had the footage.
Everything records
that was Mario.
now.
That was Mario.
I'm talking about the other interview we had.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was audio too.
Is the audio working, TC?
Well, what y'all got going on?
You know, things be happening. How is Jessie Woo doing today?
I'm good. I'm fresh off a flight, another work gig. So I'm good, child. I'm just running on fumes, but I'm blessed.
Now, how's everything going? The relationship. Last
we're
time we
good.
talked to you.
We're good. We're in a good place. I love him.
Okay. So
Yes,
we're gonna
Mr.
do
Easter's doing good.
Mr.
Mr. Easter. You know, our first date was Easter last year.
Got it.
So that was when I didn't know if he was going to be my man. So I was like, I put him in the chat. Yeah, we're going to call this one Mr. Easter. And I was like, he gonna be the Sunday dude. And then I think he caught on very quickly. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna be your brunch dude now.
Now you look happy, friend.
I'm happy.
Wait, y'all was only going on brunch dates?
It was on Easter Sunday. We went to Easter service together for first date, and then went to brunch.
Whoa! That was your first date to
Yes.
Easter service.
Easter service.
Interesting.
Easter service.
You had to make sure he loved the Lord.
Hey,
You had to make sure he loved the Lord. Or did he had to
Honestly,
make sure you loved the Lord?
I think it was him. He asked me.
Oh.
I felt like asking him, but he actually asked me. He said, "Would you like to go to church with me on Easter Sunday?" I said, "Okay."
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. So we went to church together. My worship turned him on, and it's been turning him on ever since.
Hey, hallelujah.
Now, for the people who I don't even know if people don't know who Jessie Woo is. Everyone should know who.
No,
Jessie.
not everybody knows, child.
For those who don't know, where are you originally from?
Miami-Dade County. That's where I was
Trail
raised. But I was born in Montreal, Canada, to two
Really?
Haitian parents. I'm like, every time I tell you that, you have that same reaction.
Because
I
you
am
know,
Canadian.
I just feel like that
by
is
birth.
so.
You Canadian.
By birth.
That is just
Haitian
so
by
profound because you would think you would be from Miami. You were
Yeah.
born in Miami.
If somebody says I'm from Miami, I'm like, yeah. If they say I'm from Canada, I'm like, yeah.
So, but you can't be deported or anything like that, could you?
I mean, I could with these new birth
You have a
rights.
citizenship?
I do have citizenship. I was
Dual
on a green card.
citizenship.
Well, Canada doesn't really work like that, to my
Oh.
knowledge. Like, it's like you're born there. They're not going to refuse me coming home to Canada.
So you have a Canada
It's not
ID?
like I have a Canadian passport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a Canadian passport that I need to get renewed, actually. But with the way Trump is redefining birthright citizenship, ICE could come for me any day now.
But he hasn't been
Would y'all
tripping on Canadian.
He has been tripping on Canada. He's been trying to bully Canada for a while.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's worse on the.
I mean, it's worse for other countries.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if
like he hate them.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He hate the I will do not throne. He hate them people.
Yeah.
Mind you, they had a whole
those
song
are
about
people
his ass.
that helped him get in.
That's what I'm saying. They had a whole song for him.
I will vote for Donald Trump. I seen that video.
I will vote for Donald. Mind you, I was always
I will vote.
Yeah, I would vote for Donald.
I will vote.
And I had been singing that song. If you followed me for a while, you know I had been singing that song. When that song went viral again last year, my followers was like, Jessie been singing this. I was been singing it because I'm from Miami. Mm-hmm. I'm the home of white Hispanics who think that they are not immigrants. They think that they are Caucasians.
Why though? I've heard about this, but you know, obviously I'm not from Miami, so.
You go down to Miami, them Cubans do not identify as Latinos. They identify as white people.
Facts.
They
Just
think they're
because
white.
of the
And
color
they're
they
more
skin.
racist than white people. Like I've experienced when I was in Miami, I experienced more racism from Latinos than I did from white people. Like it was ridiculous. Yes. Miami is not just South Beach, y'all. Cross that
Hello.
bridge, boo.
Hello.
Cross that bridge, boo, and it's a whole other story.
Now, speaking of story, what was the Jessie Woo story? I know we did speak on the radio when you came up here one time. And I asked, how were you growing up? Because you could sing. Mm-hmm. When did the singing come into your life? Was it at a young age?
Yeah. I feel like it was in church. Like my mom and my father, they both met in ministry. My father was
kind of like
preaching.
you and Mr. Easter, huh?
Yeah, right? That's so funny. But that's not how we met.
Oh, okay.
We met, he was promoting Freaknik. That was his documentary. Freaknik on Hulu. That was his documentary that he produced. And so at the time I was working at Dish Nation, I was his last press stop. And he came up to me. He was like, hey, like, we used to live in the same building. Like, I've met you several times. I was like, I don't remember. Like, usually, like, when I would go home, I would just, like, get in the elevator. I'd be done for the day. I really wouldn't be paying attention. Mm-hmm. But he's like, we met several times. But anyway, like, we exchanged numbers, and we met again, I guess. But that was my first time realizing I met him.
So y'all met at work?
Yeah, we met at work. But, yeah, my parents, they met in ministry. My father was preaching. My grandmother had a big Kojic ministry in Montreal. Joyeuse Juste. She had a big ministry. My dad was preaching. And, you know, he was preaching in the morning. He was T.D. Jakes in the morning. He was Frank Lucas at night.
Oh, Lord.
He was selling crack at night. Like,
And he was preaching?
Yes.
But-
You know what that's called?
What they call?
Duality.
Man.
But he
Diversity.
T.D. Jakes in the morning, Frank Lucas said.
was he trying to support, or was it like something that he enjoyed both?
That's crazy.
I think he just enjoyed both. Like, you know what? I've never. You know what's funny? I've never had that conversation with my dad.
Okay.
I think I need to sit down and have that conversation. But he wasn't in my life like that growing up.
Oh, okay.
So for a long, like one time I went 10 years without knowing where my dad was, like literally. And then I went to Canada, and like I was just on a mission to find him. And then like, for years, nobody knew where he was. His family members up there didn't know, his sisters, his brothers. And then like, just like out of the blue, one of my aunts just so happened to check her voicemail. She wasn't checking her voicemails regularly. And she found like a year-old voicemail of my dad. And he was in some group home. And so she gave me the group home information. I go to the group home. My dad's there. Like strung out.
Oh, he was
Bad.
he was
Yeah.
on drugs.
Bad. Like it was bad. And I remember just seeing him for the first time in over 10 years. And he was like, you know, if you didn't bring me money, like, I don't want to talk to you. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Like, it took us a while to get on, like, good speaking terms. But he's better now. He's doing good. Yeah.
Okay. I want to do good and go to commercial. Jessie Woo is in the building.
Man, that sounds like a Tyler Perry movie.
I know,
Facts.
right?
Gone for 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. The Baller Show on Revolt right here on Revolt TV. Brought to you by Revolt, The Baller Show. I go by the name Ferrari Simmons.
I'll go by the name, you know, BT.
Jessie Woo in the building. How you doing, sister?
I'm good.
Now, we was just getting in your business about, you know, your upbringing, and you're from Canada and Miami and Atlanta. I just do that.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta now.
I did some research on you. I saw that you had a New York.
Yeah,
moment?
I was in New York for a while. That's where I built my platform.
Okay, now, because people always say Jessie Woo. How did Jessie Woo become Jessie Woo? What does she do? What to that you say what?
It was in New York. after I got my master's, I moved to New York. I was staying with my aunt for a little bit. Like, she had been telling me since I was little, come to New York, Jessie, come to New York. You're going to be a star. Come to New York, Jessica. Vini New York. And then, like, finally I go to New York, and I lived with her for a minute, and then I moved out, got my own apartment. Within months of having my own apartment, I lost my job. I went on food stamps, unemployment. Like, it was just, like, the worst. And during that time, I started doing content online, like, and it was predominantly like Haitian content.
What year is this, if you don't mind me asking?
2017.
Okay.
2017. And so I was just doing content heavy, and it kind of just took off in New York first. Because I was living in Flatbush. That's like...
You was living in the hood.
Yeah, I was in Flatbush. I was on North
heard of that place.
Yeah, I was on North and Tilden. All the Haitians know where that is. And so it kind of took off there first. And then, like, you know, I just so happened to go to like an open mic night or something like that, or a comedy night where I was going to do like 10 minutes. And there was a BT executive there, and she liked like my energy, and she was like, hey, her name's Tanya Hoffler. We're still friends. I still call her boss lady to this day because she became my first boss. But she was like, hey, I'm looking for somebody who, you know, can be on camera. You seem like you have good energy. Like, are you comfortable on camera? I was like, yes. Can you write like, you know, stories, like news stories? I said, yes. Can you read teleprompter? Yes. Everything she asked me, yes, 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 yes.
But did you feel that yes too, or you just said yes?
That don't matter. I showed up to work and I did all the yeses.
For sure.
All the yeses became reality. Mm-hmm. We'll just say that. And so I did really, really well on BT breaks, and I still have a really good relationship with BT till this day, like literally.
So you would say you're a media personality?
Yeah, I mean, my degree came from the School of Journalism. Like, I have a master's degree from the School of Journalism. I have a undergrad in journalism and political science. So I knew I wanted to either do like the news somehow, or maybe political commentating, or be a lawyer. But that LSAT was no ho. Mm-hmm. So that was a hell no. I couldn't do it. So I did have like my corporate world experience, because like my master's, it was a difference between like, it covered like journalism, but it also covered corporate communications, crisis management. Like, it covered a lot of other things that I was able to use in the corporate world. So, you know, listen, I was going to make it some way, somehow.
At this time, are you making money yet? Or are you over here like, man?
I was poor.
Doing BET work, but still.
Still poor. And it's funny because, like, if you look at me back then, you probably wouldn't think that. But BT breaks, you know, sometimes there's a chain of talents. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I was like the last one to come in.
On the call sheet.
So I was the last one to come in. So I didn't get as many days as other people. So there were weeks where I just made $200.
Damn.
And you had a college degree at the time? Mm-hmm. Damn.
Well, I want to ask that. I always ask that question because a lot of people think when they see you on TV, you're rich.
Oh, that's not true, boo.
Or when they see you doing content and you look good and you sound good, you're rich. Mm-mm. I don't understand where that connotation comes from, mm-hmm. but I'm glad you said that, because how did you navigate through that without saying, all right, I'm finna quit and finna get me
I just was gonna get it. I mean, I was in New York. I just feel like people who have lived in New York, you get it. You get it. Like, everybody's outside. Everybody's chasing something. So, yeah, I was broke. But, like, literally, I couldn't afford my apartment anymore. I went to go live with a cousin of mine. She stayed in Summit, New Jersey. Damn. If you look up Summit, New Jersey, and you look up the travel time from Summit, New Jersey to New York, it's at least a good hour.
Damn.
So I was doing that via... And mind you, I was doing that via the train. The train was like 45 minutes. So I would have to take a Uber to the Summit train station, probably like 5 o'clock in the morning, to the Summit train station, get on the NJ Summit. That'll be like 45 minutes to an hour ride to Penn Station, get to Penn Station, and take probably like whatever train that would take me to Times Square, get out of Times Square, walk over to 1515 Broadway. So that would be like...
That's a whole
Which is
day.
where BT was based in.
Yes,
okay.
That's where it was. I'm not sure if that's still there. But so that was my commute to and from work.
Damn.
But, and mind you, you know, I was only getting like $200 a week.
How did you stay motivated through that?
I was hungry. I've always been a hungry person.
Hungry for what though?
Hungry to use my talent.
Okay.
Like when I lost my job, literally like probably like a week before that, I was walking into the job and I was like, dang, I was like, God, I don't want to do this job anymore. Like I want my talent to pay my bills. That was literally my prayer to God. And then I got fired. And I was like,
Isn't that interesting
you
how
said
that happens?
then you got fired, and then but it led you to.
yeah, but I was like, that's not how I wanted. I want to be able to just, turn in my papers, have another backup, something.
For sure.
I ain't had no cushion or nothing, Lord. Like God was like, all right,
He gonna put you in the space where you got to.
You're gonna have to go get it, and that's always been me though. Even when I was in school, like I was always gonna go get it, regardless. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going through BET. So what happens next after BET?
I mean, shoot, I'm still with BT.
I mean, timeline wise,
like
the $200 a week.
Yeah, I feel like things take time. Like I didn't really, probably like a year into doing BET, then I did Love and Hip Hop. I did one season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. I think maybe by 2019, I think I was making an okay living. I think honestly, last year was the first year where I was like, oh, okay, like now I'm making money now. Like, but then the thing is, like, people don't know. People think that whether it's like you're a content creator or whether you're like on television, you have to understand, like, to make a lot of this money, we have to spend money. And then like Uncle Sam comes and he wants his money. So
and
like,
managers and agents and assistants
And your time.
production.
And your time, your personal time. That takes away from your personal time.
It takes like, so it's like, yeah, like you look at what you make and then you look at actually what you get to keep, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So I think last year was the first year like I made money. I was like, okay, like 2023 I bought a home. So I was like,
Congrats
okay,
on that.
thank
Yeah,
you.
man. Yeah, you some snaps.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, I feel like the last 2 years is when I'm like, okay, like now I can see like I'm making money. But it takes time. It's 8 years of work. Like, today I'm coming in and I'm working on something very special for the BET Awards. Depending on when y'all see this, it might, come and go. But even that, like the check I'm getting for that, I'm like, this is a long way from $200 a week. But if I would have quit then, there's no way I would have gotten
to this point.
What I'm getting.
Speaking of points, we can take a point and go to commercial. Okay, the Ball Alert Show brought to you by Revolt. We'll be back with Jessie Woo, sister. All right, Revolt, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Ball Alert Show, Ferrari Simmons.
BT.
Right here in Atlanta. Jessie Woo is in the building. How you doing, my sister?
Doing good, brother.
Good.
My
Good
brothers.
to see you. Yes. Now we got a segment on the show. It's called "You Got Me
Effed Up."
What's some things that get on Jessie Woo damn nerves? What are some things you can't stand?
These restaurants in Atlanta.
Oh, bad service.
Oh my God. I just went to a brunch recently, and it's a well-known restaurant here. I ain't gonna say the name, but it's a well-known restaurant here. And going inside the restaurant, it was like, wait, you got your name on the list? You got a
I
reservation?
already know what you're talking about.
Like,
I already know the spot you're talking about.
Security, like,
on
it's
Peachtree?
like,
Yeah, I know
I
what you're
ain't
talking
gonna
about.
say. I'm
Starts
just
with a P.
like, I'm not gonna say it.
I know
I'm
what
just
you're talking
like, bruh.
I know what you're
all
talking
that
about.
for chicken and waffles, bruh. All that for sunny side up eggs. Like, what is going on? What happened to? Like, they make you feel like you about to rob the place. Like,
sure.
why do y'all be acting like that? It's so weird.
Well, I think Atlanta is also the land of hospitality, not hospitality.
Wow.
Hospitality.
Hospitality.
is
people
brilliant.
Because people forget, like,
Okay, BT with the makeup words.
yeah. I mean,
Brilliant.
I've experienced what you've experienced
Put it
so
on the
many
screen.
times.
Put it on the screen.
Hospitality.
Yeah, like I'm like, okay, what industry are we in? Whether it's you go to clubs, which is supposed to be hospitality business, it's hospitality
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like you trying to enter the Pentagon to go sit there and buy $25
Come on.
per drink
Come on.
items when you go to the club. Whether I went to the liquor store,
The bottle markup is 500%.
500%.
Insane.
Like, I went to the liquor store and I went in there with my hood on because I know I was in the hood and I didn't want people to recognize me trying to get a little drink. And the security guard said, "You can't walk in here with your hood on." I said, "I go to the bank with my hood on. They don't tell me to take it off."
Like, what is the problem?
Yeah, for sure.
But also, like you mentioned something. I sang at the White House back in September. Back in, I think it was November. Yes, it was in November.
2024.
2024. I sang at the White House. You know the White House, even if you've never been, you know it's top security.
You know what to expect.
For sure.
You know what you
expect.
Even they didn't give me what I just had down to the brunch spot.
Wow.
Like, I just was like, yo.
Not doing too much.
This is how you're
treating your
It makes you not want to go support black businesses. And I had to be the person to say that.
No, but honestly, too, you know what really kills me, too? These hairstylists.
Hey, boy.
This is why I've been in my braid era, and I just go down to the African shop, down to the Senegalese people, get my braids done for $200. I don't got time for y'all hoes who act like your customers are your ops. It's like the 10 Commandments on the front page of your website.
What I tell you?
All these motherfucking rules. I'm putting down a 75% deposit. I didn't even have to do that for my home. What are we doing?
Facts.
Like, what are you, like, I got to give you my blood sample. I can't have 4C hair. If you have this texture of hair and you want to wash, it's an extra $200. Y'all hoes don't know how to treat natural hair. The lace fronts don't be lacing, but the price be pricing.
The price be laced up.
Yeah, like, you guys are on crack. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Atlanta, the hairstylist women's, I can't do y'all. Y'all got me effed up.
Are there some good ones?
No.
There are some, because my hair braid is good.
Take me back to New York.
When she
hair braider.
But wait, when she go on
She's
vacation,
talking about a hairstylist.
Okay.
But
That's
see,
cool.
this
That's
is
a
my
whole
hair, but
different-
this is braids. Like, I'm never telling nobody where my braid shop is. That's another one. I don't want to see y'all. I don't want to see y'all. I don't want the line. I don't want y'all hoes coming. And I don't care. You could come for me. Okay?
So they can call you a gatekeeper.
I'm all for the sisterhood until it's time to share my braid shop. And y'all hoes will not come to my braid shop. Because I seen how y'all done turned out everybody else's braid shop. When I go down there, it's 2 women that come to my head. I be in there 4 to 6 hours. I'm gone. Y'all, these braiders, $1,500 for boho braids.
What's boho braids?
Are y'all
The big
on
ones?
crack?
Yeah,
this is boho.
So that's boho.
Yeah, this is boho.
So that would be a $1,500.
That would be $1,500.
But if you go down to the Senegalese, the Africans, they still doing it for $280.
What?
300 max. Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
But is they charging based on the time?
They charging because these hairstylists are celebrities now. That's the thing. Y'all want me to pay for your lifestyle. Bitch, you not... Ooh, see, I can't cuss. My
Yeah,
lord,
we can't cuss.
we won't be...
But go ahead.
See...
Go off, sis.
I'm not gonna be paying you for you to have Gucci flip-flops. No. You need to get some Amazon flip-flops and act correct and come give me good service and good braids. First of all, $1,500 boho braids. Why are they debraiding within a week? No, ma'am.
Wait, $1,500 for some braids? That sounds
That's
crazy.
That's going to debraid.
It's gonna debraid. Absolutely. The Africans never do me wrong. Ever do me wrong. They're gonna take me in there.
Ain't it going to be tight? It's going to hurt your head.
That's fine.
But it's also because people are on social media and these people are videoing, they getting a lot of
you paying for
views.
content.
They saying that they booming. Hey, we booked up right now. If you wanna jump the line, $1,500.
Right.
What?
And then
Don't get me started on these barbers, but go ahead.
And then mind you, $50 late fee.
Whoa.
If you 15 minutes late,
$50
late fee, right? But if I'm on time, you on the phone with Day, you trying to get your daycare situation together, your bill collector on the phone, you getting your snacks, you getting all this, and you start my hair 30 minutes later, you not taking no money off of my fee?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all okay? What y'all got going on? Seriously, what do the hairstylists in Atlanta got going on? Are y'all on bath salts? Are y'all on that stuff that was in... Did y'all get bitten? I just saw Simmons. Some of y'all got bit because there's no way that y'all are in your right state of mind.
Some of them came back like cornbread. You know how cornbread got big?
We just playing reindeer games. Yeah, that's what y'all are doing with these prices. And like, come on now, and these rules and the customer service. It's just not. It's not serving.
I've been saying that about Atlanta. Like,
he gets his hair braided.
I love Atlanta.
Your hair looks great. Your hair always look good.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap. It was one time he got really upset. He got canceled on 3 times by 3 different people in one day.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
And need I add?
And we had to shoot content that day.
I know you were frustrated because you just said, and need I add? He was need
I add?
That is
one
a
of the people
black man.
I already had scheduled. So the day that I'm supposed to go,
like 30 minutes before, he was hot.
I was like, yo.
He was in an interview with his, because he came to work with his hair out.
Oh my gosh.
I've
been pissed.
I'm gonna leave real quick. I'll be back in an
hour.
Yeah,
I'd be pissed.
Yo, that it's so crazy the stuff that you got to deal with, man.
Yeah.
That we shouldn't have to deal with.
Come on.
I do know I want to get to the bottom of that too. So I do want to get some hairstylists. When we do,
y'all need to have a hair intervention on Revolt with Baller Alert, where y'all bring in 4 to 5 hairstylists. I'm dead ass.
They all gonna lie. They all liars.
And see, and let them lie and see what they followers gonna say. Bring them in here and ask them the questions. Why are y'all braids 15? Bring a boho braider. Bring a lace front wig.
Send me the list so I can set it up.
And you know what? Bring me.
Nah, we gotta bring some boxing gloves. You pull up here. You might see some people that canceled on your ass.
Let's take it. We're going to be right back. Jessie Woo. Oh, my God. Baller Alert on Revolt TV. Oh, my God. Yep, and we're back with the Baller Alert show on Revolt. Ferrari Simmons.
You know BT?
Jessie Woo in the building. How you doing? Appreciate you.
I'm doing good.
Speaking of that, we got the mental health check-in. One time for Keisha, the Faith Project. When Jessie Woo's having a moment, you could call it a bad day, you could call it a moment, or times where, things ain't aligned that day.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I take a nap. I nap through my heartaches. I nap through my annoyance. I nap through being overwhelmed. I don't know. I just feel like as an adult, I nap like I've never napped before. Like if I'm really
that
upset.
Rest, that reset.
Yeah.
It's like a factory reset.
Yeah.
But when you wake up.
And I wake up and I'm like, oh, I still got to address this.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm refreshed.
Yeah.
I'm refreshed now. So, okay. New eyes. Okay.
That's what you used to do as a kid. Like, kids, like, we would cry, and then
Yep.
our parents would be like, yo, you need to take a nap. Then you wake up, you're like, man, that's not so bad. I thought that was like so bad.
No, I feel like them beating naps, they was
That
fire.
used to be the best nap.
They was
You wake up with a clear thought.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I don't know how.
Then he or she open the door, or especially she. You hungry?
Right.
Yeah.
But you wake up like, you know what? I need to be more respectful to my mother.
For sure.
You be crying, I hate you. Then you wake up after that beating and be like, I love you.
Right.
So who's the person that Jessie Woo calls to that you confide in? Like, who's the person that knows all Jessie Woo's?
I feel like my man has become someone I really confide in. Mr. Easter.
That's dope.
I have my friend Sandra. I have my cousin Danitza.
Most people don't say their significant other for some reason. They always say like a mom, a sister, a relative.
No, I feel like he's become like he's my emergency contact for real.
Most people don't have good relationships.
Good alignment right there.
Yeah, he's my.
Most people ain't got good relationships.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he said most people don't say their partners or in their relationship, the people that they could vent to and stuff.
Oh, when you've asked that, they've never. Oh, dang.
We ask this all the time.
No, he's like the thing about him. Like he's gonna tell me the truth, but he's also gonna like support me. Like even in my delusion, he gonna be like, "Baby, I support you," but that ain't it.
I like how he left it. That's how he leaves it. Like, hey, I support you, but
that ain't it.
But that ain't it.
But I support you, baby.
Hey, I'm gonna steal that, big dog. I'm gonna steal that line. Cause one time, Miss Ferrari be goddamn boy.
I support you, but you look delulu.
Yeah. You was acting up, baby. Let's keep it real.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that. Okay, okay, that's dope, and I appreciate that. Now, are we ever gonna see Jessie Woo, the mom, one day?
Hopefully, you know, I have been busting it wide open, so prayerfully it happens soon, child. Prayerfully it happens soon, child. So I've been looking at. So I didn't understand that they like. There's all these different terms. You got your follicular phase. You got your what's the thing when you be breeding? I don't feel
Will you
that.
be what?
No, you're
Not
ovulating.
breathing. Your ovulation phase. You got like it's all these different phases.
It's usually right before that time of the month happens.
Yes, all these different phases. And I think that for me, I've been someone who's like my emotions kind of rule my body, which is actually like it's kind of good, but it's not. Like there's been times when like I've actually like made myself sick sometimes. So like if I'm angry or if I'm like overwhelmed. So but in this past year I feel like I've been in a really good place, and you know I have a really good man in my life, and you know we both don't have children, so we look forward. Like our families have been like,
what y'all doing?
yeah, what's going on? Like
Y'all doing something. Ain't nothing
yeah
popping up.
Now,
yeah, like what's going on?
should or if that happens, does Jessie Woo fall back a little bit from the media?
Hell no.
Or we increase?
Hell,
Or we
yeah.
keep it the same? Or
Of course.
or that's going to factor into the
I think
content?
it'll factor in.
Okay,
I think it'll factor.
okay.
Like I wouldn't want to make my children like the focal point of stuff, but I feel like it's not going to decrease because like even Mr. Easter, like he's an executive producer, he's a showrunner. Like we're both in this, so it's like we're not gonna stop doing what we do. We're just gonna have to factor in like now we're parents. So, you know, we're not married yet, so we want to be married. Then we want to have children, and you know, so yeah, we wouldn't stop doing what we're doing now. No, but I wouldn't be out here trying to post my kids every day. Like the internet, honestly, is a very weird place.
Correct.
I've seen people like turn children like into nasty memes, like you know, like take screenshots of like a baby's like expression.
Like look at Haley and
oh
DDG.
my god.
Yeah.
Their son, he has a meme that was floating around.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
I didn't like that.
I know some people thought it was funny or cool, but I didn't like them creating a meme out of a kid.
Out of a kid. No. Like I think that's not good. Like
There's no restrictions on the
yeah,
internet. though.
I used to see that even with like Gabrielle Union's daughter,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Kavya.
yeah.
Like as a baby, she just had all these funny pictures, but people would take the picture and like, "Ooh, this is me after a good night of." It's
Yeah,
like, no,
I was like, yeah, I didn't like that. I know what
I
you're
ain't
talking
gonna
about.
yeah, it's like,
I ain't
what
gonna
we
count. Some of
doing?
it was funny, but yeah,
Man, I don't be like, because I be like,
I didn't like it.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine
father, I
if
didn't
somebody
like
would have
it.
did that to your kid.
For
Like,
the show.
and you gotta see your
Right.
kid on the internet being memed and clipped up
Yeah.
in adult
Right.
conversations
But
and
she
stuff.
said it. She was like, "This is me after a good night." Her
Yeah,
hair was sticking out.
like come on,
yo.
like I don't like that. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't
like that
I'd
Sorry
have
for
to
laughing.
run up on a hoe. Like,
But
if you do
that's
that.
why I see why a lot of celebrities
kid.
hide their
That's
kids.
why Holly didn't want her baby on.
For sure.
Yeah. But you know,
Yeah, that's a lot. That was a lot.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
got a lot going on.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah.
they. I hope
yeah,
they
I
figure
don't
that
feel
out.
like that's why I don't feel like celebrities should date each other.
Really?
Yeah, if you're a celebrity, I don't think you should date a celebrity.
Why not? I feel like
Because you're dealing with two people that have egos. Who ego is bigger than a celebrity?
very true.
And
Like
Very
who's
true.
who's gonna be the
And-
one to be the bigger person and say,
Very true.
hey, you know what? I'm wrong. You're right. No, every celebrity think they right.
True.
it's also very, very difficult schedule wise, man. Especially when we were just talking about this off camera. And I'll pull you into this before we go to commercial. Actors and actresses, especially if they're like, or someone who's an actor or actress that's in a marriage, and you gotta go do a whole love scene.
Yeah.
And
For
then you
3
gotta
months,
cut it-
6
you got-
months?
You got to cut that a couple times.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we need a little bit more feeling.
Yep.
And
I've
you-
been there.
And you and that person got a connection, and y'all go out for drinks that later on.
Yeah.
That night?
Yeah.
That's what we was
I've
having
been
a
there.
conversation
On my
about
camera?
that.
Yeah. I've been there before. I just wasn't in a relationship.
Yeah.
But I know it's like a weird, because like you're in that mind frame and now you have to step out of it. Like,
And you
okay.
start to believe it.
Yeah, you start to believe like,
Because it feels good.
yeah,
It feels organic.
you're
right?
having fun.
Yeah.
But I think what other people don't realize is a lot of times when you're shooting those love scenes, there's
So you shot a love
many-
scene before?
Yes, I've shot several. When I did a la
Man,
carte,
you better not say the typical actor. There's so many people in the room.
but it is uncomfortable.
People were just staring?
It's like, okay, slap a butt, do it harder. Like it's like
Oh.
from that standpoint, we're not having a good time. Like this
maybe
is not
you,
fun.
maybe you not. He might be having
That's
a good
true.
time. You know what I'm saying?
But also too, I think another thing too, going back to something that you said, I think that it's not just celebrities shouldn't date each other. I think that as a celebrity, you should be mindful of how another celebrity shows up on social media. If you don't like the way that person shows up on social media, you're probably not gonna like the way they show up with your children on social media. So if you're dating someone, for instance, if they're a streamer and their entire life is just their day-to-day, every moment, pranks, situations that are a little tricky, you're gonna have kids, they're gonna want to do that with the kids.
For sure.
So you should factor that in before you procreate with that person.
I don't think people think about that when they horny.
But we should go to commercial. And Jessie Woo is still here. We're almost done with our episode with her. We'll be back on the Ball Alert Show by Revolt. And we're back on the Revolt Show, Ball Alert Show, brought to you by Revolt. Jessie Woo in the building.
Yes.
We appreciate you spending some time with us.
Thank you.
We always have a great conversation
Yeah, we
with
do.
you.
It's always lit when I come to the Ball Alert.
Yeah,
and
you ain't got no
TV.
filter.
Now we on TV.
I thought I ain't had no filter.
And I don't.
From the podcast to the television
And
show.
don't.
And so I want to take this time to give you your flowers. We are super proud of you.
Yes.
Thank you for all that
thank
you
you.
do
What
for the
it
culture.
We brought some water as a gift.
Visual flowers. You know what I'm saying? We just want
Period.
to tell you we appreciate all that you do for the culture. Seriously.
Oh.
We wanted to have you on the television show because I feel like what we do is very difficult.
Yeah.
It's time consuming.
Yeah.
You kind of have to have a switch turn on. And it's like when the light's on, you could be having a bad day, terrible day.
Don't matter.
No matter what, you got to be that
Yep.
glowing person that they hired you for. And you do an excellent job of that.
Thank
You do, and we know that you fresh off a fly. You didn't
Yeah.
get a commercial.
You kind of came in here, you was like
Yeah.
And I was like, if she wants to reschedule, it's okay. Because I was like,
No.
I understand.
We're going to do it.
I kind of said no because we can try to hit this deadline. And you were
No, we're going to do it.
You're perfect in the.
We're going to do
thing.
it. I
Thank you.
committed to something.
Thank you so much.
Period.
We appreciate that.
Period.
And we want to make sure that we always show you support any way
Thank
that we
you.
can.
I appreciate it.
So what do you have coming up like the rest of 2025 going into 26?
I have just a couple things podcast that I'm doing, which is my own personal podcast. So make sure that you follow it on every podcast streaming platform. I might be in a Lifetime movie.
Oh.
Can you say that?
The ink, I know, right? The ink ain't dry, but fuck it. I'm sorry. I might be in a Lifetime movie. Who knows?
Okay.
You'll probably hear some music from me too.
Thank you. Damn.
You'll probably hear some music from me too. But I mean, you know me. Like, I'm always gonna stay busy.
What can't you do? You know how to play tennis?
No.
Okay.
Sports? No sports?
You know
No?
what? I can't build no house. I can't build no house. How about that? I can't cook chitlins. I can't.
You act, you sing.
Yes.
Media
I
personality.
Yes.
Before we go though, I do want to say, can we go over the rices? Because
Oh, yes.
we went viral a couple of times.
Oh,
we were talking about
yes.
all the different Haitian rices. Can you go over a couple of them that
Yes.
have been trending lately?
I mean, first and foremost, the best rice in the world is dili jonjon. That is the black rice.
I was gonna say that's the black
That
rice.
is the mushroom rice that comes from Haiti. Dili jonjon. Okay, dili jonjon. And then Haitians also have dili à pois, but we have different dili à pois, which is peas and rice. Rice and peas.
Rice and
You know, we
peas.
have brown rice and peas. We have rice with white peas. We have rice with green peas. Like,
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorites.
Yes, we have so many different rices. Like, Haitians have like 20 different rices.
Do you know how to make how many of them?
I can make about 3.
Why your accent start changing?
I can make about 3. But you know what? I would say the second to Haitian rices, I love rice and peas from Jamaicans.
Oh, so it's Jamaican rice.
I love
But
rice
Jamaican
and peas
don't
from
have a whole bunch of
Jamaicans.
different rices.
No, I don't think so. But
My
I
dad's
love
Jamaican.
rice and peas from
like
Jamaicans.
2.
And you know what? I'm gonna shout out the Asians. They make a mean white rice. I don't think
Okay.
anybody makes white rice like Asians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our
Lisa.
Our
Yeah.
producer's Asian.
period.
She's in the back like,
Yeah. Asian white rice. Like,
Okay.
I love Asian
Isn't
white
there
rice.
rice jasmine? The jasmine.
Yeah,
rice?
jasmine.
Okay.
Haitians, we use madame gougous.
Madame Gougous.
Madame gougous.
Where the hell you gonna get that from?
In Haiti. You might get it here too.
Okay, because I was
places
gonna say,
will have
could
it.
we get it from a
Yeah,
international
yeah,
store?
you gotta go to an international store.
But the international store sometimes in the hood.
Okay. You
Is you ready to die about the rice?
I am.
You gonna die about the rice or what?
But them international stores don't be where they supposed to be though.
They sure don't. But you know what?
It's not in Whole Foods.
Go there early.
You can't get them from Whole Foods.
No.
That's a problem, by the way.
No.
Why people think criminals don't be out early? Every time,
Nah.
every time you go somewhere,
They go to bed by 7 a.m.
I remember when I was in LA and they told me to go to the store and they said, well, you got to get there early. I said, so criminals and robbers don't wake up early.
No, they don't.
They don't.
No, they go to bed like
They've
6
been
in the
out
morning,
all
bro.
night. They're like vampires.
Before the sun come up,
Yeah.
they sleep.
Yep.
They're going to sleep.
Yep.
And
I dated a few. When I was in Miami, I dated a few.
When the sun comes up, that's light. You can see.
Exactly.
They got to move in the shadows when it's dark.
They like, oh,
Yep.
you caught me.
Right.
Like a raccoon. You
I
ever
had a
seen a
cousin doing
raccoon when
40 years, man. He used to, I'd be so paranoid because growing up with him, he used to literally point stuff out. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rob him later. I'm over here like, what? How? Oh, he too loose with how he do.
Oh my gosh.
You know, about 4 in the morning. I'm over here like, wait, what?
That's crazy.
Oh, you can't do it 6, 7 in the morning. It's light time. It's light out.
How about why you can't do it 9 to 5?
Right.
He can't go to get a job. He's doing 40 years in jail. He's been locked up since I was in high school.
Good luck to him. What?
He doing
what state
4
is he
years
in?
or 40?
40.
What state is he in?
He's in Florida for sure.
Oh,
He's
good
in
luck
Florida.
to him.
Yeah.
Good
I'm
luck
42.
to him.
He got locked up when we was in
My Lord.
12th grade.
My
Man,
Lord.
you ain't seen him yet?
I write him.
You do? Does he write back? Oh, nice. Is he having a good time? Or like,
He's not having a good time.
I'm sorry.
Dog, you are so crazy.
A good time?
I'm saying like
He gets out in
how
like
was
11.
time going for him?
It's not going good. I mean, his mom passed away, my auntie.
Oh,
yeah, there's a lot happened. Yeah, a lot has happened.
Okay.
And we was trying to get him to get out to go see to the funeral. They wouldn't.
They wouldn't let him.
And that's sad when you growing up and you already can kind of see the trajectory of some of the people in your life.
He robbed it in Florida too. He robbed his white lady. Well, it was him and a whole bunch of guys in the car. He had the gun to her. He shot her in the thigh. She was alive and she made it through. She pointed his ass out. He got 40. Him and everybody in that car got 40.
Oh my gosh! Even the folks who
no
didn't.
chance of parole. You got to do that whole 40.
Oh, that's.
And he sat for 2 years.
But he's in Florida. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he get out like in 11 years.
So if he
something
sat
like
for
that.
2
crazy.
years, he's doing 42 years.
Mhm.
Jeez.
And I'm 42. This
My
happened in 12th grade. So
gosh.
what you 17?
Oh my gosh.
People be throwing away their life so
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
And
And what
it's
was
like,
they
This
robbing
is
her
my
for?
cousin. Oh, her car, her money. She's just a typical we outside type vibes, you know.
I can't.
Enough of that. Give us some
Yeah,
shout outs,
yeah.
Miss Jessie Woo.
I was gonna ask. Well, never mind. I was gonna ask if he was in the same, prison that Tory was in. I was gonna ask if he.
Nah, he in Florida. Tory's in
California.
Oh, he in Cali. Okay.
Yeah.
period.
Yeah. And depending on when this come out, maybe he out. I don't know.
I don't see that happening, child.
Or they probably gonna be back in court.
Who knows?
Give us some shout outs, Miss Woo.
Shout out to my man.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to my man.
That's a song,
Mr.
ain't it?
Easter.
Mr. Easter.
Mr.
I
East.
love you, babe. Shout out to my parents for doing it raw. I'm here, baby.
Yo,
And shout out to Revolt. Hey, shout out to Baller Alert. Period.
appreciate you pulling up on us, man. Anything else, BT? We good?
Wait, Mr. Easter's not his real name.
No.
No.
Okay.
She said. The reason she called him Easter is because they went to church.
On Easter.
His name is Gerard.
Gerard, okay.
Got
Gerard.
a good old strong black name, Gerard. Strong black man, Gerard.
Look, she's so ready to get home so she can hunch.
She ain't seen him in a minute.
I'm telling you.
Look, she
Hey,
ready.
we gotta go.
Baby,
She got
I'm gonna go wash off, baby.
Oh! We go.
I'm gonna go wash off that plane.